If you buy a $500,000 house at 6% interest rate for 30 years with 10% down payment, do you know how much you will end up paying just in interest? Any wild guesses? 200,000? 300,000? You would be paying $521,000 just in interest in those 30 years. Yes, you heard that right. It will be $521,000 in interest. That means your 500K home will actually cost you $971,000. Let that sink in. Almost double the price just to borrow money. Now, if you do the right things, your mortgage could stop at year 14 and you could end up saving over $200,000 in interest. So today I'll show you 3 powerful ways to reduce your interest and pay off your mortgage much faster while keeping your lifestyle the same. But before we get into those 3 ways, you need to understand this mortgage amortization schedule. Now here, your mortgage amount is $450,000. Since you bought the house for $500K, you already paid 10% down payment. And that's why $450K is the mortgage amount. As we know, the interest rate has gone down a little. So we will assume a conservative 6% interest rate. And since it's 30-year mortgage, that is 12 multiplied by 30 is 360 months. And with all those numbers, our monthly mortgage payment comes down to around $2,698. So round figure $2,700. If you add up all the mortgage payments for 30 years, you'll end up with $971,000. Now here is where it gets interesting. If you go to the 15th year mark, that's around 180th month. So you have made 180 payments so far. And you will think I have made half of my mortgage so far. So I might have paid off at least half of my interest payment as well. But you have paid only $130,000 towards the principal. And $355,000 has gone to the bank, the lender.
That's cap. That's not true.
So for the first half of the mortgage, you are mostly paying the lender. Actually, let's scroll down till month 222, that's almost 18 years, you're paying a large chunk to the bank and less than half was going towards the principal. But after this month, if you see, more money will go towards the principal, as you see in this file, and less towards the interest. Now let's understand why is that happening. If you look at your first month, out of that $2,700, only $448 goes towards the principal. And about $2,250 goes towards the interest. That's how mortgages are set up so that banks will benefit first. If you just pay the minimum payments, the banks end up making a lot of money off you. Now, if you found this amortization schedule surprising, hit that like button on this video right now and let me know in the comments below what do you think about it. So here's how your mortgage payment actually gets decided. It comes down to basically just 2 numbers, your loan amount and your interest rate. Your loan amount is basically the purchase price minus your down payment. And that's why it really pays off, literally, to negotiate the best price for your home and save as much as you can for the down payment. Because that loan amount, that's the number your bank will use to calculate every single payment. And it's not changing for the next 30 years unless you refinance. And now the second part, your interest rate. It is based on whatever the market or whatever rate you're able to buy down to. And these 2 numbers together decide your entire financial journey with that house. And yes, a lot of people will say, don't worry about it. You can always refinance it later. Sure, that could happen, but let's be honest. None of us know where the rates or the prices will be in the future. So my advice, know your numbers and be comfortable with them, staying the same for a long time. Don't buy a house with a stretched budget just hoping that rates will drop, because that's not a plan, that's a gamble. Now, I have not included the closing costs, the PMI, tax, HOA to keep the calculation simple. If you add all those up, you'll have to add around $500 to $600 per month to the monthly payment. All right, now let's dive into this amazing method where you'll save a ton of money. I'm gonna add 2 magical cells here where you will be paying 1 extra mortgage payment per year. You can decide which month you want to pay that. It could be 6th month or 12th month. Here for this example, we will use 11th month since it's November and it's Thanksgiving.
He's full of shit, guys. 1 extra payment hardly makes any difference. He's not a finance guy. Don't worry about him.
Okay, just give me 1 more minute and I will show you the entire math. Now, as you see, every 11th month we are paying 1 extra mortgage payment. Here's the magic. Just by adding 1 extra payment, you will save $107,000. You're done with your mortgage in around 25 years. That's a time saving of more than 5 years.
Guys, put your personal number in that Excel sheet. Don't trust this guy. Do it for yourself.
Now, if you are wondering why is this happening, If you look here till the 11th month, your interest payment share was reducing by $2 each month, and the principal contribution was increasing by the same $2. Now, with one extra payment, that entire payment went towards the principal. And that's why if you see on the 12th month, instead of $2, it's a $16 shift. And with just one extra payment per year, the compound effect will take care of rest of the mortgage, and you will save 5 years and over $100,000. Now let's look at the second method, the annual bump up method, to save you a lot of money. Before going ahead, only 16% of the viewers have subscribed to this channel. If you think this video is adding any value to you, then please consider subscribing and share this video with your friends and family groups as well. Now, if you see here, you can bump up your mortgage by 5%, 7%, or 10%, whatever percent you want every year. If you get a 5% raise, you can increase the mortgage payment by the same percentage. Let's assume 5% here. You can go aggressive with 10 or 15% if you really want to pay off your mortgage fast.
Nah, that's too much. I have life to live, you sucker.
You have life? You know what it feels like sometimes? Like we are all secretly trying to beat Elon Musk, not in rockets, but in wealth, which is one milestone after another. College, job, marriage, house, car, promotion, and then another house. And before we know it, decades are gone. And we call it progress. But most of the time, it's just autopilot. We keep climbing a ladder that never really ends. And somewhere on the climb, we forget the whole point. Money was supposed to buy freedom, not just more bills. And when I say just add one extra payment a year or bump your mortgage by 10%, the banker said, I have a life to live. It's not about paying the bank faster. It's about buying your time back, years of it. Because freedom is the real luxury, not the car, not the house, the time. As we say in Hindi, आखिर पैसा कमा के भी वक्त न मिला तो क्या मिला? Coming back to our calculations, so with just 5% bump, you can save $237,000 in interest, and your mortgage will be paid off in the 16th year. And if you combine both, that 5% bump plus one extra payment per year, you could save $265,000 in interest. That's not just paying off your loan faster, that's buying your life back sooner. So if this video made you rethink about your mortgage, send it to one of your friends who need to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe Money with Swabhi, because financial freedom deserves to be shared. Your finance friend Sushant, signing off.